Let's see if that's going to change, as there's the green, Matt, and that looks much better as they head into turn one. Not the right grammar, but a great race at that.
And Tallman is able to get in the early lead as he is getting pounded from behind. And here comes Mateo. A little vicious shot there as they come off of turn number 4. Your first lap leader is going to be Troy Tallman, and Tyler Hines trying to hang in there for second place.
There's no question about it. Tyler Hines is looking racy tonight, but look out, because here comes Eric Byrne, and to the outside of Byrne, looking really aggressive and turning some heads, already making some noise at the front of the field, Matt. It is no stranger to us. Guess who it is? It is Marcello Rafano, who's come back to life again, Matt. And there's Eric Byrne, the Bulldog, right there next to him. Here comes Galco.
Last week in the 100-lapper, Marcello Rafano passed more cars than anybody. Right now, hanging on to second by a thread is Di Matteo, and Hines is being challenged to the outside by Marcello Rafano. Rafano, a new crew chief, Jeff Rocco, and it is Rafano able to blockbuster his way into third.
Keep your eyes on that 4th, 5th, and 6th position. Here comes Eric Byrne, the Bulldog. He thinks twice of it, goes to the outside of Tyler Hines. Meanwhile, Glen Reen, we haven't talked about him, Matt. He started in the 9th position, and Reen is up to the 7th spot. It might not sound like much, but at the speed they're going, bid for the lead.
Di Matteo on the inside. And Di Matteo, he is going to torpedo his way into the lead against Troy Tallman.
And we've got a car that's spun down the back straightaway, the orange car.
That's John Montesanto. As Di Matteo against Tallman, they competed against each other in the Legends. And right now, Di Matteo wins that battle.
Certainly does, Matt, but will it be short-lived? Or we've got a problem. We've got cars spinning in the mid-pack of cars. And among them, it appears to be one of the Christopher cars. And it is the 82 machine of Mike Christopher Jr. It was one of the cars involved in that little skirmish. Here is the green. And Di Matteo gets a little bit of an advantage to set the pace out in front.
Watch Marcello. He's on the inside of Tallman. And he is going for the lead against Di Matteo.
There's no question about it. He has come to play hardball as he now moves to the inside. Challenges on at the point, but it is Di Matteo to take back the lead. Here comes Eric Byrne. Now, this is something different, Matt. We usually don't see Byrne this aggressive this early in the event. Don't you agree?
That is true, but he is taking advantage of the inside line to get by Troy Tallman. Now it is Tyler Hines using the same technique. Byrne going for second.
Certainly does. He'll make the bold move to the bottom of the racetrack, down underneath Marcello Rafano. But Marcello
Eric
keeps
looks like
digging
he's
in.
Wired tonight, Ben.
He sure does. And meanwhile, there is literally a gaggle of cars that are trying to pick and choose the right position. Back up front, here comes Eric Byrne. The cause is Central Auto, North End Auto Parts Machine. And, something went, what a save there, Matt. Nick Salva goes down through the grass as it looked like Michael Jervis's car all of a sudden got a little bit out of shape. Back up front. Battle is for the 4th and the 5th position. Here comes Keith Rocco. When Byrne is hot, it seems like Rocco is as well. We've got a spin.
And we have the 03 in a precarious position. So the yellow comes out again on lap number 10.
All of these cars are coming to the front of the field, and we've only got 10 circuits in. Nice power assist to help out Eric Byrne, the Bulldog, and it's working, but then all of a sudden, he's forced to back out of it. And Marcello Rafano is coming to the front of the field again. He is turning in the run of 2019 for this young man. Meanwhile, here comes Keith Rocco and then Ronnie Williams. Williams has found an opening to the inside, Matt.
He is trying to lunge underneath Tyler Hines in the white number 25
Bid
car.
for the
Rocco
lead.
going to work. Burt going to work. Burt has the leverage underneath Corey DiMatteo as they rabble-rouse their way out of turn number 4. DiMatteo still in the lead, but Eric Burt, he's sharing the same Hans device.
There's no question about it. He threw it in at a ton, and it paid off. Leader is now by inches. It is Eric Burt. Who's going to help him? Will it be Keith Rocco as he moves into the inside, forcing DiMatteo up the hill? Keith Rocco is like a man possessed as well, and Ronnie Williams is showing it was no fluke that he's the defending champion and winning a lot of races lately in open wheel modified racing.
And he has
Yellow.
got to jump as the yellow comes out, and we have issues in
The hot
Matt
dog
Vassar
machine.
in turn 2.
The Hummel's hot dog car. So let's go back through the gears, and Eric Burt, the Bulldog, is in command again. But the big story is still the cast that follows, and there are some heavy hitters.
And Marcello Refrano trying to nosedive his way underneath Corey DiMatteo. DiMatteo got off to a sluggish restart. Keith Rocco is there as he slashes his way underneath the 6 car to move into second.
There's no question about it. Good racing right up front. Here comes Todd Owen. We haven't talked about him. And right there is Glen Reen directly behind him. And the caution flag comes out. We've got a car that has brought out the
Daniel
caution.
Wesson underneath the WEEI billboard.
And we're not sure what happened there as Daniel's car just kind of stopped and snapped around.
So Eric Byrne has won $250 for leading lap number 13. Can he lead another? Getting off to another good getaway against Corey DiMatteo. And here comes Keith Rocco as advertised on the inside.
While he's coming forward, so isn't Ronnie Williams, so isn't Todd Owen, as it appears that the inside lane gets kind of a little ripple effect, and they get shuffled back further in the field. Meanwhile, back up front in the competition, here comes Todd Owen to the inside. Him and Ronnie Williams are side by side in a battle of hot pursuit. Meanwhile, it is a good battle there, Matt, and now it appears that Todd Owen might have worn out Ronnie Williams for a few minutes there, Matt, as now Owens is up to position 4. We've got another yellow.
And there is a 7 car of Tyler Jones.
And it seems to be there is that particular spot on the backstretch underneath the Budweiser Hummel hot dog sign. It's
maybe there's some
it's the
black
4th of
ice there.
July. You know, you got to have a little Budweiser and some Hummel hot dogs, Matt, to celebrate.
Yeah, and he's right underneath the Budweiser sign, which, considering the amount of cautions we've had, that's a pretty amazing statistic.
It is, and we've had a lot of pit road action. But right now, the action is for the lead. Eric Byrne and Keith Rocco in a side-by-side battle at the point. And down, oh, here comes Todd Owen. He's moving in on the upper groove as well. That's the current point leader, Matt. As they come off the turn, Burt the Bulldog is back in command. Rocco pulls it into line, thinks twice of it, and goes back towards the outside. Here comes Todd Owen. Butch Shea is here with Todd Owen tonight, and look at Rocco.
Turn 3, that's where he does his best work. And Keith
Crossover.
Rocco is going to have the lead on lap number 17.
While that was going on, Todd Owen thought twice of it. He tried to make the same move. Eric Byrne isn't done yet. Down the back straightaway. Smooch to the back bumper. No love affair there. As Rocco continues to set a blister. Oh, trouble now. 2 cars dart out of line.
1 car slammed the wall.
It looks like the DiMatteo machine.
And Marcello Refrano in the middle of the fracas.
And the 1X machine of Tyler Leary. And there is 1 additional car.
And it looks like maybe Moeller in the 35 is the final car of our puzzle.
Back up through the gear. Oh, down the front straightaway. Eric
Rocco
Byrne.
and Burt made contact.
Certainly did. Literally, sparks will fly, tempers will flare. Here comes Todd Owen, looking for the 3rd victory.
And John Catania's car looks like a geyser as the 52 car is stranded in turn number 1.
Back to the stripe. No sparks this time, but plenty of hot racing action. And again, Rocco tries to hold off Burt, but Burt starting to stick. And here comes Ronnie Williams. Now sparks on the back straightaway, this time from Ronnie Williams.
Boy, Eric Burt almost is able to clear Keith Rocco.
He does.
Rocco falls to third as Ronnie Williams scoots into second.
There's no question about it. Williams is hot again tonight. He goes to the outside of Rocco and shakes him off like a dog who has fleas. Glen Reen and Todd Owen are coming. So isn't Michael Jervis. So isn't Tyler Hines. And so isn't Matt Galco. Remember, he had a penalty early in the event, and Membrino takes a quick dip to the inside. He tries to get down underneath Matt Galco.
Jarvis is hanging in there. He is at 6. Battle for the lead. Here comes Ronnie Williams underneath Eric Burt. Ronnie Williams, as he is trying to barnstorm his way into the lead, and he does. Lap number 20.
Ronnie Williams is just as hot as he was a week ago. Burt still digs in on the outside. Rocco, 3 of the very best in the SK Modified division. They've got the titles and the honors and the wins to prove it as they come off the turn. It is Ronnie Williams, the leader of the pack. We are just past the halfway marker, Matt, as Rocco continues to work over Williams in his quest to take back the number 1 spot. Watch turn 3, Matt. That's where it's going to happen, if it will happen here.
And Rocco will make it happen.
He does off turn number 4. Keith Rocco is back in command. Williams has to settle back into second. Meanwhile, Glen Reen just shook off Todd Owen to take over the 4th spot. Owen isn't done yet. Either is Michael Jervis.
And this is a kind of race car owner Dan Avery wants for Reen to take it easy in the first half, come on strongly in the second half. Right now he's getting a battle from Todd Owen and Michael Jarvis up at the front. It is Keith Rocco regaining his lead.
Here comes
Ronnie Williams is going after him.
He's going to try the same type of a move that Rocco pulled on him. And guess what? If it works for one, it'll work for the other. And Ronnie Williams is back in command. Reminds you of the old days here at Stafford. Oh, and this time it appears that Williams' car got a little loose right in the center of 1 and 2 match.
And Rocco trying to take advantage of that on the outside. Burt is third with Reen right behind him. Here comes Rocco loading it up on the outside, trying to beat Ronnie Williams to turn 2.
There's no question about it. It is a dogfight battle up front, and it is still Williams by inches, but Rocco is digging in and digging in deep as they come off the turn. Now, all of a sudden, Glen Reen now takes a bid at the inside, thinks twice of it, of the Burt machine, Matt, pulls it back in the line. Here comes Rocco again, down into turn number 3. Will Williams leave the door open again? He does, and Keith Rocco takes over the lead. This is racing like you used to see in the old days with drivers like Ronnie Bouchard, Ed Flemke, and all the greats here at Stafford.
Well, after 20 laps of starts and stops and stammers, here is Williams, has the inside position as he springboards his way underneath the 88. They come out of turn number 4 together, and the leader at the line is still Keith Rocco.
What a race and what a battle between those two, but you got to watch Glen Reen and Todd Owen and Eric Burt, because they're still in the hunt, but side-by-side racing is the story, lap after lap. There's nothing better than the SK Modifieds here at Stafford. Just look at this. As timing and scoring shows, Rocco still in command, but it's not done with yet, and they're wheel to wheel.
Mike Christopher on the grass. So we may be having a yellow here,
yes,
and there it is. And that is for Mike Christopher. So they come off the launching pad. Rocco trying to beat Williams to the corner, and it looks like Rocco will succeed in that. Look at Reen come to life.
Glen Reen is on the bottom. They're side by side again for the lead. Here comes Todd Owen. He's in that second row to the outside of Glen Reen. They come off turn number 4. Back to the stripe they come. It is still Rocco shown in timing and scoring. Williams still on the high side, Matt. Glen Reen and Todd Owen keeps digging as they head down the back straightaway. As we said before we went back to green, the battle of side-by-side racing isn't just at the point, it's several positions back.
The top 5 cars could fit in a hornet's nest, doing most of the buzzing. Keith Rocco now being challenged by Reen, being challenged on the outside by Williams. Also in the neighborhood is Todd Owen. Here comes Rocco being challenged again, and he is able to maintain his lead by a breadcrumb.
While that was happening, Todd Owen went to the inside, down underneath Todd Owen. Todd Owen went down underneath the Glen Reen machine. So Owen is up to the third position, still side by side for the lead. The big question is, does Owen and Glen Reen have any extra oomph if they're going to get around? Because the lane in front of them is side-by-side racing, and it's been that lap after lap.
This is a continuation of last week when Rocco and Williams battled for the lead in the SK 5K. Now Williams, a little bit of an advantage on the backstretch, and Rocco retaliates. In a perfect position is Todd Owen to watch what's happening between the front runners.
He's not a watcher, he's a player in all of this. Meanwhile, it is Rocco that had it in the middle of turn number 2, but it was short-lived. They're still side by side. This is the best open-wheel modified racing in the country. You're witnessing it here at Stafford, lap after lap. There's no question about it as Keith Rocco continues to hold on by inches. Williams continues to dig in on the outside. Todd Owen looking for an opening. Michael Jervis, Glen Reen. And now Rocco has taken the lead perhaps by the biggest margin he's had in the last 15 laps.
Yeah, he gets some clearance as he drives away from the front bumper of Ronnie Williams. On the inside is Owen. Here comes Reen to challenge on the outside. And now moving up is Tony Membrino. So Membrino makes it a 6-way fight for the top spot.
He certainly does as they come off the turn and head back to the line. 37 has now just clicked off on the board. Almost 3 wide. Michael Jervis took a peek down underneath Todd Owen. As they come down the back straightaway, it still remains Keith Rocco, your leader, but the battle is now for the third spot. 2 laps to go, 1 mile left in the competition. Owen is the current point leader, setting back in the third spot. Will Glen Reen pick up the position there?
And now remember, Ronnie Williams likes turn 3 like Rocco does. Will he try it? Instead, he goes to the outside as he tries to missile his way around Rocco. Rocco still has the upper hand as they head out of turn number 4 and face the white flag lap.
Final circuit down to the bottom of turn number 1. Rocco has guarded the spot, but the magic spot on this racetrack, we'll call it the sweet spot, is turn number 3. Here comes Ronnie Williams to the outside. Rocco guards the inside. Williams gives him a tap to the back bumper. Off turn number 4, double checkers are out. Keith Rocco has done it. Ronnie Williams will finish in second.
Yeah, you know, we had a fast car the last few weeks, and we just kept coming up a little short. You know, Ronnie's got a good car, and you know, last week he baited us in. We ran on the top, and tonight we weren't taking the top. We wanted the bottom. So, you know, I want to make him go around me, and he didn't want to go around us. But, you know, great show. Sometimes you got to play a little offense, and you know, it's been a long time since the Spring Sizzler since we won, so we'll take it. I got to thank Hocon Industrial Gas, 811 called before you dig, Green Construction, Arbitel Convenience Stores, John and Maine and Rafano, Pettit for the awesome horsepower, Wheeler's Auto, Dunleavy Truck and Trailer Repair. And this little guy can't do it without my family and my team.
All right, man, a huge victory here in the SK Modified NASCAR Wheeling All-American Series. Keith Rocco, victory lane. Let's talk to our next 2 finishers with Kyle Rickey.
Including Ronnie Williams, who fell just 1 spot short of going for 2 in a row here tonight, but incredible racing out there over the last 15 laps once you guys finally got a rhythm. Walk us through it from your seat.
Yeah, he was trying to hang me out on the outside like I did to him last week, and he was just blocking the last 5 laps. Nothing really to do unless I wanted to really boot him, and then I would have gotten put to the back as well. So, how about these guys? Worked hard in the shop all week. Got to thank Power Financial, All Town Sanitation Recycling Center Machine, Flamingo Motorsports, Pettit for the awesome horsepower, Napa Holland, and yeah, Glen Reen. And we'll be back next week.
All right, there you go. Last week's SK 5K winner coming up 1 spot short here tonight. Glen Reen finishes in the 3rd spot. Nice of you to help Ronnie here tonight. It was. Walk us through your night. Another great battle out there among the top 5 or so once you guys finally got green lamps.
Yeah, I got to thank the good Lord for the opportunity to be standing here and drive for Dan Avery. It's awesome. I got to thank Heather. Glad she's doing well, and hopefully her cancer treatment's going well too. It was a tough battle there for sure. it was. I felt like we were on lap 17 since I was 17, which was a long time ago. But we got a couple things to work on. Car's good. We're on old tires tonight, so to be in third, I'll take it. Rad Auto Machine, great power. Got to thank Horsepower Hill Farm, Avery Construction, Pioneer Valley Wheel Repair, TechEdProducts.com, Sunoco Race Fuels, GP Fence, AB Museo, and all their stuff that they do. And this whole team, Slim, Scotty, and well, I got a lot of people, but the whole team, I got to thank them, and my girlfriend Megan for all she does too. So mom and dad and everyone for coming out, Napa, Stafford Speedway for having us.
It's nice to have a lot of people. Nice rebound after your tough luck last week.
And I got to thank Kyle for showing up because I know he's a bigwig now. So
don't get used to it. Glen Reen coming home in third here tonight in the SK Modified feature event. Guys, another wild night of racing.